What's good, y'all? My name is Landmark and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about my top 3 expansions if you want to make lo-fi music with native instruments. Now, the expansion library has grown exponentially over the last couple of years, and there's so many to choose from, but you may be wondering, what do I spend my money on if I want to make lo-fi hip-hop music within native instruments? So I'm going to show you what I think are the top 3 that you can use to make lo-fi hip-hop. So without further ado, y'all know what it is. Let's get into it. So here we are in the groups panel, and you can see all of the expansions listed here. If my big head wasn't in the way, you'd be able to see all of them, but there is a total of 94 different expansions that you can choose from, and it's a wide variety of different genres of music. And if you're looking for lo-fi hip-hop, I have your favorite 3 that you would be able to choose from, pull out sounds, drums, and everything to create that lo-fi hip-hop that you're looking for. Now, out of the 94, if I had to choose 3, these 3, I believe, in my opinion, will give you everything that you need, from drums to loops, all the different types of sound to create lo-fi hip-hop music within Machine. 2 that I can think of off the top are like no-brainers, but the third is strictly opinion based. There's a few others that I'll point out, but in my opinion, the top 3 are crate cuts, faded reels, and I'm going to go with Aquarius Earth. There's a lot of different lush sounds within Aquarius Earth. They have some really good drums that you can choose from. Those 3, in my opinion, you combine sounds from maybe all 3 of those, can create some really good lo-fi hip-hop music. So we're going to go through all 3 of these to help create a sound profile for you so that you'll be able to make a decision. Say you only want to get one, you'll be able to make a decision based on what we go through here today. Let's start off with crate cuts, because that's, in my opinion, the closest to lo-fi, and it's basically this expansion was made specifically for lo-fi. So we're going to dig into that. I'm going to bounce around to 5 different kits so you can kind of hear what some of the presets are. Interesting. So that's just a little sample of, I mean, you can immediately hear like all lo-fi. So there's a few of these that I really like. The loops that are in some of the kits, I like the drums that are in others. So we're going to try to mix and match some of these preset patterns and kits and see what we can come up with. Isn't that a TikTok? I'm pretty sure I heard that on a TikTok somewhere. The good thing about these loops is that you can see the key that it's in and the BPM, and when you add them into your project, it will automatically use the audio function within Machine and sync the sample to whatever your project tempo is. So even though this sample is 74 beats per minute, it's going to automatically adjust this timeline and time stretch it See stretch right here, to match whatever I decide I want the BPMs to be. So if I play it right now, it's going to play at 120 beats per minute. But if I wanted to speed it up more or slow it down more, I could get real crazy with it. Which essentially, it's close to this BPM doubled. So what if we match? See what that sounds like. Another feature is that the audio function right here maintains the key that the sample is in, regardless of if you change the tempo or not. If you wanted to change the pitch of the sample, that's where you could do that here. That's kind of nice. I want to speed this up a little bit. Let's go 88. Let's find some drums. So I'm going to go back into here and go back and cycle through these kits and listen for a drum kit that I like. I mean, off top. In this preset group, they had a flanger on it, which made this weird sound on the high end. I don't really like that, so I turned it off. Maybe I add a little reverb to this sound, give it a little space. So now I have this sample, Emerald Eyes, in the key of G, that I have down pitched 4 semitones. And so what I can do after that is I can go up here and type G. And what it's going to do is it's going to help me locate other loops that are in the key of G. Now it's also going to give me everything that has a G in it, but at least I'll be able to then just look through here and see any loop that has a key of G in it, and then maybe I can pair it along with something else. We'll see if this goes along. I'm gonna pitch it down to match this sample, and we'll see what it sounds like. Surprisingly, this is just one drum kit and 2 sample loops, and I have something that is a nice shell to begin with. All right, let's move into faded reels next. And this expansion is just crazy. It's one of my favorites in general, but some of the sounds in this and some of just the presets itself, I'm like, how did you not, when you created this loop for this expansion, how did you not just release it, bro? Because some of this stuff is just fire. That's too good to like not pass up. As far as the drums go, it's like, it's one of my favorites. Crazy kit. See what loops they have in here to mess around with. Definitely lo-fi vibes. If I play this out. I don't know, something like that. You get the idea. So the last one I want to look at, Aquarius Earth. I really like a lot of the sounds in this kit, so let's go through a few of them. Now, this specific kit right here. If you've been with me for a while, you'll remember that DATSUNN messed around with this exact kit when we were in Germany, and we had a moment with this joint right here. That moment right there, core memory. One of my favorites. Some really cool stuff in here. Now, this isn't really lo-fi, and this is where the kind of like I was saying, that I wouldn't say controversy begins, but there's, you know, it's a specific sound. Lo-fi is its own thing, and some of these sounds aren't in that same realm. I mean, maybe, you know, that last stuff is kind of, I would say, borderline. You know, I would really say that Crate Cuts has pretty much that exact vibe. But if you wanted to kind of pair some of those three together, there are specific sounds that you can pull from each one of those kits to create that lo-fi sound. But some of these are not. I get it. I understand. Another honorable mention that I would like to point out is, I think, is Soul Magic. But it has a lot of different genres from different time periods. And then also Satin Looks is more of like an R&B thing, but there are some kits in here that create that lo-fi feel. That's a love joint right there. See, minus the drums, listening to the sounds, that's very lo-fi-ish. So there's some play there. So, but in my personal opinion, that is, those are my three. I really like this though. All right, so that's pretty much it. You guys have heard 3 different types of beats in the lo-fi-ish range there, but those are some of the kits that I will combine if I'm trying to capture that specific feel or that specific vibe. I'll match those expansions with other instruments in my library to create that feel. So that's a good place to start. Crate cuts, faded reels for sure. And the others are Aquarius Earth and satin reels that I like to dabble into. But there's a lot of really, really good expansions in here, and I'm going to kind of start a series to go through some of my favorite expansions. There are 94, but most of what I create is in the hip hop realm, and there's a lot of stuff that I have not gone through over the years that I really want to touch on and talk about some of my favorites. So let me know what your favorite expansion is, or top 3. Let's do top 3. What are your top 3 expansions? Leave them in the comments below, and maybe I'll touch on those because I really haven't gone through some of these expansions in a while, and there's been a lot that's come out. So if you're interested in any of these 3 expansions, there's links to them in the description down below. Clicking on those links helps me, helps my channel, helps me retrofit this studio to continue to make the music that I make. So those are affiliate links down below. If you're interested in them, or you got anything out of this video that kind of helps sway your decision, use those links to get those, pick up those expansions, and they're relatively inexpensive. So I will do a new studio walkthrough here in a few weeks and show you my setup and my mics and everything else I got, all my cameras and stuff. Once I figure out how to do it properly, I will make that video for you guys. But again, thanks for watching. Appreciate y'all sticking around, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace.